The truth is, making videos is really a joy that I hope everyone come to understand, especially nowadays, because I personally am a grandfather, and even though I've not accomplished much with my life, I think my grandchildren would like to know something about me when I'm gone. So what I do is I make videos that they can reference to say, gee, what was Grandpa like? And quite frankly, I like grandparents who are not selfish. In other words, they don't want to keep the information to themselves. They want to share themselves with others. You understand? Now, a lot of people are very selfish. They don't want to share themselves with anyone. So they don't want to make videos. They'll say, oh, I don't like to have my picture taken. And they will say things like, oh, I don't have much to say. I like people who are not selfish, people who want to share what they have to say. And I think it's very important. And speaking about that, even though I quite often talk about making videos in 1080, if you're going to make videos, especially about your experiences when you were a child, your grandchild would love to hear about that. What I would strongly suggest is that you shoot your videos in the best camera that you can afford. I'll tell you a little story. There was a director by the name of David Lean. Now, David Lean shot things like The Bridge on the River Kwai, Lawrence of Arabia. Those are all movies shot by David Lean. Now, a lot of his contemporaries would give him a hard time and says, why are you shooting these videos with such expensive cameras? Well, the reason is because nowadays, if you want to see The Bridge on the River Kwai in 4K, you can. If you want to see Lawrence of Arabia in 4K, you can, because it can make the transition easily. It was shot with such high-def cameras. In the meantime, a lot of the movies that were made in the 1950s and early 60s, they were excellent films. They were really great movies. The problem was a lot of them were shot with standard 35mm and even 16mm. So they are not as good as they are, even though they were good movies, they cannot easily transfer to modern 4K or high-def videos. You understand what I'm trying to say, right? So my advice is shoot it with the best camera you can afford, and then go ahead and render it down for today's whatever they're going to be watching it, which is probably on their phone or a tablet. So this video right now is being shot on a 4K camera, and I'm going to render it to a 1080. Later, if it's important or that important, they can always render it back into a 4K. And that's what I wanted to tell you.